Alright, let's get right into this. I stayed up way too late. I stayed up so late I just used improper grammar right there. Yeah, my low is the fact I'm tired. I am real tired. But I can rationalize this with my high. It's a good tired. Because the Cowboys won. That made me happy. Yeah, I stayed up for the end of the game. I tell you what though, I will admit I was legit nervous. I really was. But then, Herbert got picked off and we won. I'm happy. I mean, hopefully all the talk about us not being very good because we lost to the Niners will die down a bit. That'd be great. And my act of kindness was I emptied the dehumidifier for my father, and what else can I do? That was about it. I also ran some errands for my grandma too. I did that. So, yeah. Happy Tuesday, everyone. I tell you what, though, I should also add to my low, too. Yesterday was just as bad as Saturday and Sunday. Like cold, rain, wind. Look at this. I gotta break out the long sleeves now. Don't get me wrong, I like this shirt, I really do. And I like my long sleeve shirts. It's just, it's like, even a small change like this, means a lot considering, what this past summer was. And, I mean, well, I suppose I should say, like, that first third of my summer was just kind of dread. Actually, I think I'll say half. Like, pretty much that first half of the summer was me dreading what was going to happen at the end of July. And then after the end of July, pretty much, I had the best 2 months of my life. And so far, October is looking like I'm going to three-peat. I mean, we had homecoming for Horseheads football. And we lost homecoming, but, still a lot of fun. Let's see. We won a couple days ago at UE. That's good. Celebrating my grandparents' 71st wedding anniversary at Libs. That's already pretty great. So, yeah. I mean, basically October's shaping up to be a great month so far. Actually, I just realized we're halfway through October already. So, again, it's looking like it's going to be a great month also, but the big things are kind of coming sporadically, like once a week, which is fine. I mean, it gives me something to look forward to as the days go on, and plus, there are some genuine things I'm happy about. I mean, full disclosure, I'm going to a really big Halloween party this upcoming Saturday. I am pumped for that. It's a Dish to Pass event, so I gotta find something to bring. Well, I know what I'm gonna bring. I just have to get the items and ingredients to make these things. Oh, I'm bringing a couple things. One of which is actually the pickles I mentioned that I made the other day. So, let's see. I made 13 jars of pickles, 12 in each jar. I don't think I'm going to bring all 13, though. I don't think I need to bring quite that many. I'll definitely bring a couple jars, though, to be sure. So I'll have to play that one by ear. Let's see. Senior Night Horseheads is going to be coming up. I'm looking forward to that, too. So a couple things. A couple things to look forward to. Although I'm sure you probably want something more immediate. So, how about we see who this week's Hot Ones guest is, shall we? Okay, let's see here. Hmm. Let me, Actually, this is the part where normally I sort of speculate who the guest is going to be before I actually see who it is. I mean, I say speculate. I've only really done that once so far this season. And that was only because, you know, the day I was seeing who the week's Hot Ones guest was, it was Mean Girls Day. I mean, sure. I guess it is possible that, you know, maybe one of the four main leads of Mean Girls will be on Hot Ones this week. I mean, it's definitely possible. Just because it didn't happen on the week, just because it didn't happen on the week of Mean Girls Day, doesn't mean it's not going to happen at all. There's that. But in trying to, and that's the thing, when trying to guess who the week's Hot Ones guest is going to be, you think it'd be easy just to find some sort of pattern for it, but there's no pattern. I mean, you went from NSYNC to Cardi B to Bobby Flay and then Doja Cat. So far it's been mostly artists and musicians, but well, mostly, I mean, Bobby Flay's a celebrity chef. But I couldn't tell you who it's going to be. I never can. That's why it's called a reaction. So it looks like I'm going to have to figure this one out myself. So, this week's Hot Ones guest, the 5th Hot Ones guest of season 22, and the I think it might be the 30th. Is it the 30th Hot Ones guest of 2023? I think so. The 30th Hot Ones guest of 2023. Okay. I think it's... Hold on, let me check my notes. This is going to kill me. Not literally, of course. Let me check my notes. Yeah. It's going to be 30. Cool. And it would be 309th overall. So, the 30th Hot Ones guest of 2023 and the 309th guest overall. So, yeah, they got me. So, let's try this again. And so, the 30th Hot Ones guest of 2023 and the 309th guest overall is... Okay. I'm not looking at the screen yet. I'm looking directly at you guys. I can see an image out of the corner of my eye. I don't know who it is yet. Okay? I'm going to look 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe I scroll down and see what it is. It happened last week with Bobby Flay on. Here we go. And it is Mick Foley. I don't know who Mick Foley is. It only took 5 guesses before I figured it, before I learned who this, before it was someone I didn't know. So it looks like I'm looking up Mick Foley. Let's see. Mick Foley. Okay. American actor, writer. Right, professional wrestler. Okay, he's a professional wrestler. Okay. What? Let's see. Okay. Looks like some of his wrestling names included Cactus Jack, Mankind, Dude Love, okay. So, what movies is the guy in? Or what shows is the guy in? Film, television, radio. Okay, let's see. What has Mick Foley been in that I would even remotely hear of? Okay. Oh! He was the Boulder in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay. Okay, I see. I didn't know he was also in the pilot for Megas XLR. He appeared in his Mankind, his Boy Meets... He had a cameo in Boy Meets World. Okay. Okay, he guest voice on Squidbillies. Alright. Hmm. Okay. The only other thing that looks remotely interesting that he was in that I would have heard of is the Peanut Butter Falcon. I wanted to see the Peanut Butter Falcon. We never got in our area. But that is one movie I definitely want to see one day. The Peanut Butter Falcon. It was an Animorph. Okay, he appeared in... So, whenever you see him on TV, it's usually when he's just being himself. Like in shows like Pawn Stars and Family Feud and Celebrity Wife Swap. Okay. He was also on SNL too. He's been on some talk shows like Conan O'Brien and Jay Leno and The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Okay. All right. Okay. Although, what's funny is, of everything I just mentioned that he was in, the one thing I remember him more for anything else is the Boulder on Avatar: The Last Airbender. He is the Boulder! For those of you who don't know, the Boulder was a character on Avatar: The Last Airbender where it was a book 2 or season 2. Earth. It was a book 2, Earth. That was the name of the season. And Aang was looking for a earthbending teacher, or a master to teach him earthbending. And they go to this one underground. Well, it was supposed to satirize like wrestling, but it's earthbenders trying to knock each other off of off this giant platform post thing. And well, spoiler alert: Aang finds his earthbending teacher there, but it's not the Boulder. But actually, it's the person who beat the Boulder, but that's a spoiler I don't want to get into. But I remember the Boulder. That's all I need to know. Oh, he was also on a Jimmy Kimmel. Okay. So, again, talk shows as himself. He's usually doing some sort of cameo in a show or a movie. So, okay, he's done some things. All right. I can buy that. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot more in this week's episode, because that's usually how it works. Like, by the end of the Hot Ones episode that involves a guest who I don't know who they are, I learned so much more about them. And before anyone says, well, that's the Wings, they're in a vulnerable state. They are, they're more apt to answer honestly under the stress that they're in because of the spice of the Wings. That's part of it. I mean, at the end of the day, Sean Evans knows to ask questions that that aren't like personal. Like, for example, when Bert Kreischer was on Hot Ones, Sean asked Bert to say some kind of comedic story while he was abroad all over the world. He's like, I'm not gonna have you do the machine story because that's been told to death. Some say it's the greatest story ever told, and it is. Yeah, I've got the machine as one of my Mount Rushmore of comedic stories and closers. So, yeah. Okay, Mick Foley though. Alright. I have a small sample size of who Mick Foley is. I would just have to wait and see what happens on Hot Ones. I hope you all like this video. If you did, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I'm very humble and made this video. For all of you guys watching, enjoy your day. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk channel, I'll be here to lend you. So everybody, take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.